Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. We have 11 days until Christmas, and I finally have finished all of my Christmas shopping. I even remembered our dogs, so I'm very excited about it. Also, I want to show you, I don't know if you can really see, this is my background on my iPad, and it's just so stinking cute. But anyway, that's not really what we came here to discuss. I watched the animated movie All I Want for Christmas Is You, which of course is inspired by Mariah Carey's song of the same name, and it stars a child version of her. Yes, it's called Little Mariah. It's very cute, honestly. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna review it my normal, give you the background, tell you what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, and my overall opinion. So yeah, let's get right into it. It's a computer animated Christmas film. It's 3D animated. You're gonna be a little surprised. Usually, I'm not a 3D animated girl, but you will be surprised at my opinion on this. Oh, I still got stuff showing. I always try to hide my life, y'all. There we go. It's a little peek. We're gonna leave it there. The synopsis is it stars. It's young Mariah desperately wants a puppy for Christmas. To prove she's responsible, Mariah pet sits a mischievous puppy named Jack. But it's not long before the playful pooch turns the Carrie's Christmas family holiday upside down. Whew! Say that 5 times fast. It's released November 13th, 2017. Directed by Guy Vasivolk. I know I said that very wrong. That's his name. Okay, Mariah Carey. This is the cast. Mariah Carey is herself / the narrator, which I think her only role technically is the narrator, but it says herself. I mean, I guess it technically is herself, but she's not the voice of the younger version of her. I hope that's not confusing. But Brianna Yde is YDE as Little Mariah, so she actually does the voice of Little Mariah Carey. Henry Winkler as Grandpa Bill. Phil Morris as Bud. I want to say that's the dad. Lacey Chabret as Penelope, which I want to say no. Yes, that is the mom. Charlie Adler as Santa. Mr. Ingersoll and Doug's dad. So he getting his little check. He had 3 different roles. Okay. Layla DeLeon Hayes as Vicky. I want to say that was one of the friends. I'll be honest, I didn't really pay attention too much to the friends. I was just, because they had the mom, the dad, they had the 2 siblings, and then the grandparents. So I was like, okay, it's a lot going on. Montice Hernandez as Grace, which I think was another friend. I know some of these people, some of these friends were like the popular girls, but I cannot remember their names. And then they had Isaac Ryan Bryan as Brett and Bria D. Singleton as Beth. I think that those were Little Mariah's siblings. Rachel Egglestone as Holly. Julian Zan as Ernesto. Carmen Sally as Mr. T. I'm going to call him Mr. T because I can't pronounce it. Connie Jackson's Grandma Lucy, who was the grandma. Kiko Angina as Emiko, which I feel like was one of the other friends. Bradley Baker as Jack the dog, which is funny. Michelle C. Bonilla as Principal Reyes. Monroe Cannon as Michelle. Oh, Monroe Cannon as Michelle, and Mariah Cannon as Dougie. Well, now I gotta remember who is who. Those are her kids. That is so funny. Mariah's kids are in the movie. And now I gotta remember who is who. Hold on, y'all. I am almost pretty sure that now my internet doesn't want to work. Okay, let me look it up again, y'all. Oh, this is so funny. So when I look up All I Want for Christmas Is You, like if you look up the song, a bunch of snowflakes fall. Okay, let me see. The cast. Bud. I wish they would have like actual where I could like see the actual character. Alright, let me go back. Well, now I'm like, which one were the siblings in? Y'all, I am very bad with names. But I'm pretty sure Beth and I'm 100% sure that Brett and Beth were like the siblings, which I found interesting because I was like, does her siblings like not? Why her siblings have the two same letter names, but not her, and they also look different, which I'm going to talk about that. Now my internet wants to be annoying. Let me see, because I'm pretty sure that they were Beth. Yes, Beth and Brett were were the siblings. And let me see, Moroccan and Monroe, who did they play? Okay, they were the friends. Okay, they were little Mariah's friends. All right. Yeah, see, I did not remember that. So that's the cast. All right, now where can you watch it? So if you have a subscription, you can watch it on AMC Plus. Amazon Prime is where I watched it. It's for free. It's included. You don't have to pay. Philo, I've never heard of that, but sure. YouTube, which I feel like is YouTube and YouTube TV the same thing? Somebody let me know. YouTube, Sling TV, if you want to rent or buy it. Vudu, Google Play Movies and TV, and YouTube TV. Alright, so now we're just going to get right into it. My pros and my cons. So my number one pro is that I love that it was just so wholesome and it had a message that basically Mariah wanted to be so perfect. You know, little Mariah. You know, she wanted to be so perfect and wanted to show that she could be a responsible dog owner and everything was going wrong. And so she thought, I guess it's a little spoiler, but she basically thought, you know, Jack's a puppy. He's a stray. He needs a lot of training. He was getting into a lot of trouble, basically, without spoiling it too much. But she also felt self-conscious, like everybody was going to think that she wasn't good enough and that she wasn't a good dog owner. And I'm going to spoil a little thing. Jack gets lost at one point, and everybody helps her to find him. And then she feels like everybody's disappointed in her, and like, why would they help her? And they, you know, they realize like, yeah, we want to help, we want to, you know, support you, you know. And she realizes that she does not have to be perfect, basically. And I feel like that's a good message to show kids, even though when Jack was going, doing all his crazy stuff, some of these people I feel like was judging her, like the Principal Reyes. She was like, "Oh, is this your dog? You told me it's not your dog." And like, it's like, okay, dogs, dogs are dogs. Like, that will be the main person. Her friends like didn't really care. They were just having fun. They were like, "Oh, look, he had a dog." But Principal Reyes, I should have put her on my cons list. I forgot about that part. She was like, "Oh, I didn't never know when you did lie." And I'm like, okay, calm down, man. You scolding a child as a grown woman. Okay. But yeah, I really loved that. It was really wholesome, and I'm gonna try not to spoil anything else, y'all. Um, but basically, she realizes, I don't have to be perfect, and that I can just be me and do the best that I can, basically, and also to appreciate, your pets and your loved ones. So yeah. And my second pro would be the characters. I thought they were so cool. Grandpa Bill has this, like, I said I wasn't going to spoil anything, but he has this, like, side story. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's just so funny because it's like this old man is just really getting into some trouble of his own. And it's like, I get what he might be retired, so he probably ain't got nothing else to do. He's like 70s, 80s maybe. And it's just so funny that he's just wants to be mischievous, and then the kids, Mariah and Brett and what was the other one? Bill? No, Brett and Beth. There we go. Have to come and like rescue him and stuff when he gets caught up in whatever he's doing. And it's like so funny that he's just so petty about something, which I'm not gonna spoil, but it's just a funny storyline. And I also loved I want to say Bud was the dad. I didn't love Bud. We're gonna take that out. But he was interesting. Penelope, she was nice. She was she's like kind of OCD about stuff, and she likes her things how she likes her things, and she was a cool character. And I liked Grandma Lucy. She was very understanding, very nice. When Mariah would get upset, she would say, with Jack, she'd be like, "He's just a puppy, he's a baby," and she was very understanding and try to get her to like understand, like, he's just a puppy. This is what they do. And I really liked her. And they had this neighbor, Mr. Ingersoll, and he was kind of weird. But he wasn't a bad character. He was like, but he's like, he reminds me of Clark Griswold, like in the Christmas Vacation, where he's trying to get, he's like he has this huge, like, he has all these lights and decorations. He's trying to get it all perfect, but there's a subplot that it doesn't go perfect. So yeah, it's just really interesting. And my other pro, which is going to be surprising, I did like the animation style. I felt like it was really nice and sleek, and like definitely, I feel like it's definitely modern, like definitely a story for kids now. And I still feel like it appeals to adults as well, because you have Uncle Bill, Grandpa Bill doing what he doing, and then you have Mariah Carey narrating and like telling her thoughts about now, like how she feels about it, and like what she realizes, like, as she grew up. And yeah, I feel like it definitely appeals to both. And then, Grandma Lucy's has the appeal. And then, the parents, they're like, we don't know about getting you a dog. That's how all parents are. And so that's also a good appeal. So I feel like, the animation and the characters like will appeal to not just children, but also adults. And my last pro, is I love the story. It's little Mariah is frustrated, and I totally get it. When you get a dog, I've had 2 dogs before, y'all. You really gotta train them. You gotta put the work in. And she kind of just wants like an easy dog, and Jack is not an easy dog. And she has to realize, like, you have to love people for like basically who they are, and that she's not going to be perfect, and that she has people around her that she thinks all these people hate her, before Jack disappears. And then she realizes, no, we love you, we care about you, we want you to be happy, we want you to have your friend. And but Principal Reyes still, I'm side-eyeing her because she was definitely acting like real, like she was really upset about Jack knocking her down. Which is like, ma'am, he's a dog. Unless he, now if he bitter, I can't say nothing about that. But, yeah, no. But yeah, I like the story. It basically says, sometimes like what you think you want is not really what you want, and what you really need sometimes is really right in front of you, basically. And, kind of like appreciate what you have, and you might think that what you have is like a disaster because Jack is very chaotic. But you might realize later on, you know what? I love the chaos. This is the dog I want for me, I'm going to get into the cons. Dad, Bud, is a weirdo. LOL. Basically, he, even though I said I'm not spoiling anything else, but I'm going to say lie. I'm just going to say it. I know black people don't like to say the word lie, but he lies. He basically says, oh, this is your Uncle Reggie's dog, and you need a dog, sit him, and da-da-da, because he's allergic to dogs, but apparently he's not allergic to dogs. I think he might be allergic to squirrels or something. I cannot remember for the life of me, because I finished it like 2 days ago. I cannot remember what he was actually allergic to. But yeah, that's why he didn't want to have a dog at first. And it's like another major subplot, but I'm not going to spoil it. But it's like related to that. And he's like, why would you do this to your child? And then she realizes, she loves Jack. And he's like, oh. He was like, wait, you love Jack? Like, sir, yeah, she's taking care of the dog. You don't think she's going to get attached to the dog? Weirdo. And this is like such a random, my last con is like such a random and tiny pet peeve that I don't even know if it should really, it's not like a major thing, but it's just something I noticed. Why does little Mariah, I know she's supposed to look like Mariah Carey, like looks right now, but why do her and her siblings look different and they have the same parents? Like, she got the blonde hair, like, how she has the blonde hair, and they have brown hair and they're curly hair. What's going on? Let me see. Let me look at the mom. Hold on. Because that might explain it. Okay, those are the kids. Those are the siblings. Little Mariah. Okay. Let me look at the mom. Penelope. No, her mom is redheaded. That is just so funny. Okay. Well, the other kids, I feel like Beth, I don't know if they're twins or not. I'm not sure. I think they're like the same height, her siblings, so they might be twins. One is like redheaded-ish, and one is like brown-haired. But yeah, Mariah has like this, the blonde hair. That is just so funny to me. But yeah, they don't even look like their parents. So I'm like, what is going on here? They got something explaining to do. What is going on? Is Mariah have a different dad than her siblings? It definitely does not seem like it. Which I just find really funny that she looks so different. But at least the two younger ones look like the dad has brown hair. I just looked. At least, she looks like they look like their parents. But Mariah, I know she's supposed to look like Mariah Carey, but I don't know. I guess it's like brand recognition, because if she had brown hair or something, I don't know. I guess it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't stand out and people wouldn't watch it. I don't know. Maybe for promotional sake, they kept her with the blonde hair. But that's just one little inconsistency that I thought was just so random. And like very noticeable, even though I feel like it doesn't change anything about the story, but it's just so funny. All right, let me give my overall opinion now. I really love this movie. I did. I think it gives a good message and was very wholesome. I love that Mariah Carey narrated the story and even sung music for the film. There's also a soundtrack. I did not listen to it. I tried to find it on Apple Music. It is not on Apple Music. Maybe it's on Amazon Music because it's on Amazon Prime. That's my best guess. That sounds like it makes sense. I love that Mariah. Oh, okay. I love the dynamics between the main family and their friends around town. I feel like everybody, had a good dynamic. They were fun. they were friends. Everybody's, there for each other. I think that the story is very relatable about how you try your hardest to be perfect, but yet you can still find happiness either way. I love that everyone was there for little Mariah when Jack went missing. Or so that, and she realized everybody didn't hate her. Which I know sometimes, like, what am I going to say? Okay. Oh, I'm going to just say the next thing I wrote. I think that also says something about how we see ourselves one way and others see us differently. So it's like, we think there's something so much wrong with us, but everybody else around us is just like, things just happen. We're here for you. They don't hate you. And I actually like the animation style, which y'all know I'm not usually a 3D girl, but I think it was done well. It was nice. It kind of like, I don't know why, it kind of like made me think of like the old school, like, the claymation for some reason. I don't know, it just gave me those vibes and I thought it was cool. I thought this movie would not only, oh yeah, I already said this. This movie's not only great for kids, it's great for adults too. I would give this movie 9 out of 10 because honestly, I really enjoyed it besides the dad, lol. Which, of course the dad comes around, which they always do. It reminds me of those, like, people who were like, my dad said he never wanted a pet, and then they show a picture of the dad cuddling with the pet. It's just so funny to me. So, since I've been sharing poems all week, I also wrote a poem for the movie. I wrote a Nonet. I've written a Nonet poem before. It's a poem that starts off, the first line is 9 syllables, and it goes all the way down to 1. And let me tell you something. I love the challenge of these syllable poems, but they are also very hard. Especially when you're getting down. And even the reverse. I've done the reverse where it's 1 going down, and it's still kind of, syllables are it's just a hard thing. But I love writing these poems, challenging myself. And I wanted to do a Nonet for the 2 songs I talked about this week, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I was a little lazy. So I did it for this video. And it's called Community Care. Y'all know I love alliteration. So here goes the poem. Life isn't about what is perfect, but rather what you can do with the chaos. And sometimes we need to realize that we need each other to come together in times of need and give grace. So yeah, that's my poem, Community Care. We need to give each other grace and, like I said with Charlie Brown, be supportive of each other. If someone's having a hard time, listen to them. Don't just chastise them, judge them. Be there for them. And just like people were here for little Mariah. So yeah, that's my thoughts on All I Want for Christmas Is You, the movie. She is really raking in the big bucks for this song, y'all. Also, speaking of that, I'm going to go see her. Well, when you see this, it'll be Friday. So I will see her on Friday night. I am so excited. I'm also like, I gotta get everything together. I mean, I have my outfit like planned out. Everything's washed. I had to hand wash my dress. I need to look at that when you order stuff. Because I didn't want to mess it up in the washing machine by accident. Because I don't have no backup outfit. So I was like, let me get this right. So I did that. I got my shoes. I got to figure out my accessories, which I have some Christmas-y accessories already. I have like my bracelets and stuff, which I feel like I should be wearing for these videos, but I'm only wearing this. But yeah, I'm ready. If you've seen Mariah Carey live, let me know what you thought about her. And I will see you all next week next week I'll upload 21st/22nd. So then we'll have only 3 days till Christmas. That's crazy. I need to start wrapping stuff, speaking of that. And yeah, it's just like, this new year is just coming in, y'all. So I gotta get my goals together, and we're gonna talk about those too. I've already planned to talk about those. So basically I'm gonna talk about, have I accomplished my goals for this year? And what are my goals gonna be for next year? So the video, not next week. I'm doing another Christmas video next week. The week after, I'll be talking about that. So yeah, so I'll see you all next week.